I told you a couple of days ago that I was doing a deep dive into the adultery subreddit, and I was reading through some of the posts, and the women seem to really be falling in love. The women who are posting in this are the ones that are actually like falling in love with their affair partners, and it's very, very interesting. So I just compiled a few of them. I'm just going to give them to you. I'm not going to elaborate on everything. I'm just going to squeeze as much as I can in 10 minutes. This person says, first real affair partner. I've cheated before, but it was literally a guy from work who pursued me so hard, and I was just so vulnerable at the time. I went for it. The sex wasn't even that good. I wasn't even that attracted to him, but it was still that affair rush and the feeling of being desired that woke me up. It was very easy to cut it off. Now I have a real affair partner. I love everything about this man. We have unbelievable sex, but he is intelligent and funny, and he is exactly what I've always been looking for. It's been 6 months. We are very open, and I know he has guilt, which I hate to be the source of guilt. I personally don't feel guilty. Is this a flag? I know he is super into me, but I also know these things end, and I'm worried about that. Should I end it because I'm falling in love? Stop myself from feeling more pain? How does it end normally when you're so compatible? I've tried dating another potential affair partner, but it doesn't compare to him. I guess I just know it will all end at some point and I will be broken. So I'm just wondering when you know. We talk less, but we are incredibly busy. We are past the infatuation. It may be more about sex at this point, but I just like him so much as a person and feel so comfortable with him. I don't want to get in even more deep and hurt more. I'm unsure why these people just won't get a divorce and break up, but I guess it's not as fun and exciting if they're not cheating, I guess. This person says, as you know, affairs always come to an end. Most of the time, the end is sooner and more awful than you ever expected. When you're new to this, it's really hard to get your head around this, and it's terrifying. When you are developing real feelings, my opinion is that presumably you're here because you've been missing passion and excitement and all of those amazing things that come with falling for someone. Enjoy it. The end will come and you'll be heartbroken, but you'll have lived a wonderful love story, even if just for a little while. And then Tony says, no advice here, just a report of my experience. I was head over heels for an affair partner a few years ago. When it ended, it was the most grief and the longest lasting of any I've ever had over a breakup since I was 19. But I never regretted it. I still don't. I'm sure I'll cherish the memories for as long as I live. This is how these people are talking about having affairs. Okay, so she titles this Love Sick. I'll try to make this make sense. From the moment I close my eyes and wake up, the most I can think of is what it would be like to be by his side. My heart aches with this raw feeling and angst, this sickness that gets briefly subdued when I get a little bit of his attention. I no longer recognize myself. A long time ago, I had my bearings. I knew my limits. I knew my north. But I feel like I am in shambles now. And all of those things are long gone. I effing love him so much. It hurts. But I won't leave my husband. I won't tear apart the family. I'm not screwing myself financially because of this passionate fever dream. And I say fever dream because I no longer know what it is anymore. I am obsessed with him. We cannot be together. How much longer until this passion runs its course? Scene. You see what I'm saying? These women are really in love. Like this is a love story. It is so baffling to me. This person says, you have to remember this has more to do with you than him. Thinking and interacting with him floods your body with feel good chemicals, which are addictive. You need to get some control over your thoughts by creating some space. Set limits on how much you check your phone, etc. Also, notice at what moments are thoughts of him the strongest. For me, I learned it was when I was anxious, bored, sad, or feeling trapped in my real life. This man likely represents things for you. Use this situation to learn about yourself here. A therapist can help. And then this person says, this is such good life, good advice. So these people are literally living in a fantasy world. This person says, are you in the first 2 months of this relationship? And she answers, she's in the fifth month. This person says, sorry to say, the infatuation period may still linger a lot longer, or at least until you both have a big issue to deal with. The affair partner and I have been together well over a year, and we only in the last 2 months said I love you and explained to one another the reason behind why we did. Before that, it was excitement, novelty, and the what ifs, etc. Now we've been through that much crap together. We know and have dealt with most of one another's flaws, and we know that no matter what happens, if either of us gets found out, we'll still always, in some form, be there for one another, and we'll find a way. He's my rock, the one person I trust wholeheartedly, and the one that gets all of me, even the bad. And he feels the same. That's some of how we knew it was love and no longer just new relationship energy. It was love. NRE stands for new relationship energy. This person says, I've been in love a couple of times in my life. It was different every time. Never have I lost myself the way you describe. Never could I compare the love I felt to being obsessed. I found myself in your situation. I'm sorry, if I found myself in your situation, I would get out immediately and get help. Everyone feels love differently, but being in love in a healthy way shouldn't make you feel like your life is in shambles. This isn't love, in my opinion. This is something else. Okay, so this person said, I did it. Initiated divorce with my significant other. So you may see from my post history, I've been in a long term affair with my affair partner. I was a good girl for 16 years, but when the sex dies, the emotional connection does too at home. So I have split with the significant other 3 months ago with the view to tackle the single life, keep my energy positive. Keep my positive energy without the drain set around like they used to. Still seeing my affair partner, and now he can come around to mine now and see him more often. But no, he will never split with his family. I don't know what this really means, had a nosy at normal dating, but the single life with the moments of joy my AP brings to me beat all of that. Unconventional, I know, whatever makes you happy in life, go for it. So, yeah, I guess being single and dating kind of sucks right now, and falling back to her affair partner is convenient. So that's that. So then the folks start congratulating her. Now, I was a little bit nosy and wanted to see some of her post history, so I went and did that. So this was 4 months ago. She says, okay, started out in this affair game for a bit of fun after 15 years of being 100% good. Now 18 months. Woo, now 18 months into an affair with one another, I've fallen hook, line, and sinker. I did pretty much straight away, but put it down to new relationship energy. That feeling is still there now, if not stronger. I know he would never leave. I respect his home life and have never said the L word to him, although our actions speak louder than words. There's so much affection and connection outside of the naughtiness. I have never had my husband, even before kids. I was 21 when I met him. Just back from a solo 3 hour walk as I need my own space, as he's not into stuff like that anymore, but would put up with it in early days. Is this a sign that there is something better for me out there? Or should I just live comfortably with the excitement on the side with my AP? This has got far deeper than I ever planned. So, this is where it started. But is it really love? We don't know. But what I'm seeing with these women, they are really, really falling for these people. It's a fantasy, and they're falling for it. And I just wanted to share some of these posts so that you can see inside their brain, because I was actually a little bit shocked at what I found. I don't know why, but I didn't really know what to expect when I started browsing this subreddit. All right, so this is what I found. I will continue to lurk in this subreddit for y'all. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment. So we've talked about red pill. We've talked about how the red pill is jacking up young men, but this is a young woman. And this was in the Exredpill subreddit. It says, please help me. Red pill is making me have thoughts of taking myself out. She says, okay, I would love to have some help. I am an 18-year-old female fully believing the red pill movement, but I am extremely ambitious and have character traits that would be considered traditionally masculine, and thus started hating myself for being female and started feeling like I am less worthy of love and respect because of my gender. Can you give me a reading list of posts, videos, or essays that debunk red pill? It is starting to feel so painful. It makes me incredibly depressed, but I just don't know where to start. I just want to stop hating my body and feel all right about being a girl again. All of my friends are really red pill too, and I hang out with them because they consider me to be an exception. But I just want to be able to make female friends again without looking down on them or judging them far more harshly than men. My friends just say they can be friends with me because they don't consider me to be a girl at all, and they just see me as someone who has bad luck to have been born a woman. She says, I am bisexual, but am so sexist that I only objectify and oversexualize women. I hate that women want to be dominated sexually because I don't at all. And I feel like I'm always a minority and that most men want to dominate women too. I hate that there are these gender relations everywhere. I even started to feel like maybe I'm trans because I hate being a woman so much, but I'm sure it is just my internalized misogyny or whatever. But I'm starting to feel pathetic because I have really started to try to embody this Sigma male ideal, even though I am a girl and aware of the fact that this ideology is deeply misogynistic. At the same time, I know I should just shut the F up and pursue a proper career without worrying so much about useless shit. Nevertheless, I can't really stop. Sorry for the rant, but it feels so painful. I just want to make it stop. Any help would be appreciated so much. Thanks. It is sad that this ideology has turned women into such one, actually, it turns men and women into such one dimensional things that we're only supposed to be like what is on the list or what is in the box of what goes in the masculine side and what goes on the feminine side, to the point where this 18-year-old, this girl, knows that she doesn't fit into these boxes, but she has embodied and she projects so much onto other women that she just can't stop. Like, we are whole humans and we don't fit neatly into boxes, but that's what this ideology does, and it definitely warps your brain. The fact that this girl is sexist to other women and she is literally only 18 years old is distressing. And I really wish that this content is so insidious because it makes it like traditional boxes are good things and these gender roles are neutral, but it's really not, because people are not like lists that check things off. And we do have ambitions. And she thinks that she is the exception. But no, all of us literally we can even be born in the same household and have different kinds of things going for us. So in the group, people are trying to help this girl. This person says, here are some things to scrub your mind. Red pill hates you. Red pill wants you to submit to a man regardless of what you want. It doesn't see you as a unique individual, but a collective of things that are meant to be used by men for whatever purpose is up in the air. You are a product on a conveyor belt that they call the sexual marketplace. That your value, that your worth is defined and made by what these insecure, dopey ass men think of you. It's a movement started. It's a movement made by men who can't get dates. It's their revenge fantasy. You are a fully autonomous human that doesn't have to fall into these patterns. You can be whoever you want. You can have a career, have a girlfriend, do your thing. Your value isn't defined by the red pill principles. You are 18. Enjoy it. Life is new. Learn and grow and mature experience. Learn and grow and mature experience the world. You will realize those gendered expectations are silly and peddled by insecure doofuses who want a surrogate mommy. And the OP says, thank you so much. This sounds very optimistic and is exactly what I needed to hear. She needed to hear someone tell him that she is an autonomous human, that its worth is not set by red pills. And this is very, very sad that it had to be set by this random anti. Yeah, this is sad. This should be embodied or instilled by your parents, but it hasn't been. And that's how insidious red pill rhetoric is. That same person continues with, you're so young. Don't worry about what some doofuses online are saying. You can make life what you want. But she said that she is actually friends with these people in real life. It's not just online. She says, it's hard to get away from at first, but I assure you, like there is so much more to life. We are people, and when you break free from that destructive thought process, we are not monoliths. We are people, beautiful and unique with our own sense of value and purpose. No one can determine your value, only you can. This girl actually has to distance herself with people in real life, not just online. So that's what this person says. It sounds like she's hanging out with red pill guys in real life. A bit tougher to walk away from your friend group, but I've done it and I'm happier for it, especially at 18. You can get out of high school drama soon and just go find some good friend groups. I went to college, found friends who were much better people, made my life so much better. I posted this because I want y'all to see, especially if you have kids, girls or boys, y'all need to know what is going on out there because this stuff is insidious and it is really, really touching people's lives. So y'all need to know this. All right, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. This woman, this wife, wonders if she's wrong. She says, am I wrong for reaching my breaking point with my husband who has cancer? She says, 3 years ago, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And a week later, he was diagnosed with brain cancer. So I stayed and told him I would see him through. It's been almost 3 years to the day, and it's just getting worse and worse every day. He's mean to me. He lies about his condition to everyone, including me. He won't see a therapist or a social worker, and that's just for the illness. Not to mention, he doesn't help around the house. There's no quality time or intimacy in our relationship. And I don't mean hunching. And I say these things because he's still functioning fine. He works, he hangs out with his friends. I feel like he's only mean to me. I feel like I am 3 years past my breaking point and I don't know how much further I can go. But what kind of person walks away from someone who is dying from cancer? Who does that? Someone obviously horrible, right? Am I wrong? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are not obligated to stay with somebody. But the fact that he is mean, he lies, he doesn't help with anything, but he has the energy to go out and hang out with friends. Absolutely not. Let his friends be his everything that you are. Absolutely not. She is not wrong. But you guys weigh in and let me know what you think. I will do a few of these comments. So someone says, how do you know he is dying? It doesn't sound like it. How do you go? I mean, do you go to every doctor's appointment and know exactly what is going on? People now live years with cancer. Another thing, just because a doctor says someone is going to die doesn't mean they do. My mom had a friend who wasn't supposed to live through the summer. She lived another 10 years. Don't stay because you think he's going to die. He may not for a long time. And the OP says it's stage 4 glioblastoma and gliosarcoma. It's in his brain. It's terminal. They just don't know when. Regardless, though, OP, if he's mean and he lies and he still has the energy to hang out with friends, that means that he has the ability, the capacity to be nicer to you and understanding. I do not believe that it is in our ministry to stay with somebody that is making you miserable. I'm not going to belabor this one. I don't think that this woman is wrong, but I would like to hear what you guys think.